I can't believe that happened. All that work, man, I'm so blown. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is SLoading, and in today's video we're gonna finally paint my valve covers. In my last video I spent all the time prepping the valve covers for paint, got them all sanded and cleaned up, and today we're gonna go and actually get the paint and start spraying them. So I was stuck between two different colors. I was stuck between either going with red or going with purple, because my car being silver, it's kind of hard to choose from different colors because a lot of colors don't really go with silver. The red seemed pretty basic. It is one of my favorite colors, and then purple as well. So what I finally ended up going with was the purple. I watched some videos about different brands that I could choose from, and the one that I ended up going with was DupliColor. They have a line that is called the Metalcast line, which kind of gives the paint a anodized kind of look. And the purple anodized look looks real nice. The Metalcast line requires a base coat, and then you just spray the anodized coat on top. I think I'm still gonna try to use a primer, then find a base coat if they have the one that's from Metalcast specifically, then the top coat, and then I'm gonna clear as well on top just to make it extra shiny. My local Advanced Auto has the Metalcast in stock, so I'm gonna head over there now and go grab the paint. I did go ahead and clean all the chemical reactions and all the race spots, and did sand down everything as much as possible to get it as smooth as possible when it came to all the valve covers. Compared to before, these just look way nicer than they did before. They just look way nicer, like way smoother to the touch. I did sand them down. I did end up using a wire brush that actually helped a lot with that weird chemical reaction that was all over this stuff. But now, for the most part, I'm pretty much down to bare metal. So right here, I got an X-Acto knife, some tape, and some rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna get some lintless paper towels, wipe all these down completely. So after I wipe them down, I'm actually gonna tape it all off everywhere that I don't want to get painted. I might Dremel, use a Dremel tool to actually get this v-tec logo to be a little bit more silver. It's kind of like a darker color right now, so I'm gonna see if I can get it to be a little bit more silverish. All right, so you guys can see this Dremel attachment that I have is, I think it's like a, let's let it focus. So I think it's like a flappy disc kind of for a Dremel tool. It's kind of cool. So I got this kit off of Amazon, and it really came with everything. I'll go ahead and link it in the description if you guys are curious. It wasn't too expensive, but it comes with a bunch of different attachments. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this floppy disc. It's 80. It looks like it's 80 grit sandpaper. I'm gonna go ahead and use that on there and see how it does. So after hitting it with that flappy disc, you can see that, man, the silver looks so much more prominent. Alright, so I just finished the actual sanding part for this, so you can see that logo actually came out so much better. I did 220 grit afterwards. I didn't really care about 400. 220 grit is perfectly smooth enough. So now I'm gonna go ahead and wipe all this down. Got me some lint-free paper towel, some isopropyl alcohol. Some isopropyl alcohol. So this one is actually 70%. The higher the percent, the better, the faster it'll dry. Got some tape and an X-Acto knife, and also got some extra blades, just in case if these start to get dull. I don't think so, because it is brand new. So let me go ahead and start wiping these down. So these were already I did pre-wash him. I did take him to a shop and put him through a parts cleaner. Did some rubbing down, and then after I used the parts cleaner, I did actually do some brake cleaner on top of them. So they should be decently clean already. This is just like a final touch up, just because I did let him sit inside of this barn for a little while. And in this one, I'm gonna wipe down a little bit more thoroughly, just because I did just sand it down. I want to try to get as much of that stuff off of it, just so that I don't have no problems when I'm actually painting it. So let's get to taping. So I got everything here pretty much all taped up. As you can see, I just covered up anything that I felt like the paint, if it got through, would be bad if it got through the motor or whatever, but did a pretty good job at getting it all cut up, thankfully, to the X-Acto knife. Just put little circles everywhere. Did one more wipe down with some rubbing alcohol, just to get any of my grease and stuff off of it. So let me go ahead and show you guys all the stuff that I'm actually about to use now. And I did learn a little trick from a YouTuber online, because since I am shooting outside or spraying outside, I don't want any kind of like dust and stuff or any kind of like debris getting on top. So after each coat, I'm actually going to cover up each one of these just so that they can set up, so that they can dry up. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the primer. It's probably gonna take maybe like 2 coats of primer, just 2 light coats of primer, just to get it on there. Alright, so this is the final coat of the base coat. I might put this one on a little bit thicker than the others. Not 100% sure, but we'll see. Alright, so while we wait for the base coat to dry, the final coat, before I put the tin coat on, I just want to talk about these covers that I actually got. Shout out to Chris Fix, man. You guys probably know him, but he came up with this idea in one of his videos, actually the valve cover video that I watched. I've always had issues in the past with stuff getting on my paint jobs in between coats. So I'm actually looking forward to the end results of this. So I'm actually go ahead and using the DupliColor Metalcast anodized high temperature coating. I chose the purple anodized color. Purple is one of my favorite colors, and I think it would go perfectly with the silver on the TL. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this next 3 coats with this as well, with 10 minutes in between each coat. Alright, so I finished all 3 coats of the purple, and I was gonna go ahead and scrape off the 3.2 and the Acura logo and the v-tec logo on the top plate, but it is still wet, so I'm gonna let that go ahead and dry. And I left it covered still, but these right here, you guys can see, man, these came out real nice. This is without the clear coat. There is a little bit of stuff on it. Like I said, this one, man, oh man, this one just came out so nice compared to all of them. There is a little bit of stuff on here, but it's not going to be perfect, but it's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray the clear coat on these two. All right, so I went ahead and did the third and final coat of the clear. Was not able to do the clear coat on the top plate just because I was planning on shaving off the 3.2 logo as well as the Acura logo and the v-tec. I have been touching it, like you can see right there, just to see how tacky it is. It's still a little bit of wet. I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit as well, maybe for a couple more hours. Both valve covers are underneath here, both drying on their final coats. Gonna let those sit for about 24 hours. I'm gonna make sure it's fully dry before I start shaving anything off, and then check on it tomorrow morning. So it's actually the next day now, and got some bad news. So I did take a look at the paint and how it looked, and I was actually so blown as to what happened. So long story short, I didn't need a clear coat for the Metalcast from DupliColor. When I was looking at the valve covers, I noticed that I was able to see the base coat underneath the Metalcast. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, these still do look pretty dang crispy. But if I get closer, so you guys can see that right here on the side portion, like right here in this area, you can kind of see the base coat underneath it. It's not as purple as, let's say, like the top part right here. Same goes with this back area as well, and unfortunately it happened on both of them. Same thing right here. And luckily on this one I didn't even do the clear yet because I was gonna scrape it. So yeah, let's take another quick look at that. I mean, even though I didn't get the results that I wanted, I am happy that I got to learn with the process. I know next time I use the Metalcast, I definitely am just going to use the base coat and then use the top coat and not even probably use it clear. So I did reach out to DupliColor, and the guy did tell me that I wasn't supposed to use the engine enamel or the clear coat. The Metalcast just requires to use the base coat and then the Metalcast top coat. So that's probably the reason why the clear coat made the top coat basically start lifting. And that top coat, which is the purple, is actually a transparent kind of paint, and it gets darker as you lay on more coats onto it. So I'm assuming that when I sprayed the clear coat on it, it kind of just made it run. So next steps are getting the new valve cover gaskets. Since I'm going to be in there, I might as well change the gaskets for the intake manifold, the top plate, and then also probably going to end up doing the water pump and timing belt too, so just to get that out the way. So next video, be prepared to throw everything we just did all inside the TL. Thanks again for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed the video, smash that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. If you guys have any questions for me or have anything to say, leave me a comment as well. I'll try to respond to everybody that leaves me a comment. Once again, thank you guys again, and see you guys in the next one.